Check in. All that seems to check out. Okay, that looks good too. Here's I have volume, and I got video. Hey, it's live. Uh, it's been so long since I did a stream. Now I have long hair. I have long hair now. You guys have long hair now. I have the longest long hair. I'm obviously kidding. It's a wig. I wore it in the video I did earlier. Just being a doofus because it's funny. You know, the bow. Throw up some likes for if you want me to put on the bow. I think I have a chat box, but it's not showing. I'll just keep an eye on that and see if that pops, if that works for some people. I don't know if it does. Alright, so I've been messing around with music stuff and getting annoyed with it. And obviously, the thing that happened with my car. So the rabbit is not really the most pivotal part of this whole Patreon thing. It's supposed to be about my music and creativity, but a lot of that just gets funneled into like the car sometimes. It's something I love and miss that I did when I was younger. So I don't know. I'm just making you guys have to deal with it. You guys are having to deal with me working on my car. But want you know the stuff that makes me tick, and it's sort of driving me to write songs about different things. I don't know. Driving, is that a pun? I'm not sure if that's a pun. Anyway, so whether you're watching now or you're watching later, this is all about me doing the Vine over at the Patreon. So have a look at that if you haven't already seen it. Um, car is a thing that's going on. My iPad is not working. Well, I mean, it's functional, but it's got about 28% power left, which means that I can't turn it on until I figure out this battery issue, which might be as simple as going to Best Buy and letting them rake me over the coals for a new iPad, because I should probably replace it a while ago. So anyway, what I got going right now is messing with, you can see here, the Nintendo DS that some of you guys used to hearing me make beats on. Anyway, it's sort of a back to basics while I get some ideas and work on some stuff. And something that I've been meaning to come back to is this one loop in this one. It's just one pattern here that this entire song, nothing else in this thing sounds like this. I've been working on whatever that was. That's just one note. I'm sorry. So all of these are actually sped up versions of the loop that I was working on before. But this one loop at the beginning must be for me screwing around because I don't have a lot of saves, because I don't have a lot of the cartridges. I got like maybe 4, which maybe it's 5. That still seems kind of excessive for something that Korg probably didn't expect people to make more than 4 or 5 songs with, and probably to save right over those when they made new ones. But I've got most of them backed up. I'm trying to back up more of the computer, but I keep forgetting to get like either an R4 card or whatever slightly illegal thing there is to do that with. But so far, oh, that's a weird thing starting to happen on eBay. These cartridges are going back down in price. I've seen them as low as $20 for a used cartridge, which for a while that was not possible. So the Amazon prices went way through the roof. Now the other prices are coming back down, and even some of the Japanese imports are as little as $25. So I think I even saw one that was like 15. So I might get a couple new cartridges, and maybe it's a good time to start messing with this some more anyway. But this is the loop that I found that I am curious about. Like right off the bat, it just kind of sounds a little bit more peppy, more loose, kind of more like some of the stuff that I've done in the past. But I had a guitar part just jump at me. And I sort of diddled around with it a little bit more, and I got kind of a and of course I can't just play the heck out of it because it's new, but it's fun. So I'm gonna try to give this something a little bit more varied. Come back to the guitar because I think that that's something kind of neat working its way out right here. And my friend Dave is talking to me on my phone about Volkswagen stuff because he's the guy that I know who knows the most stuff about Volkswagens that will tell me information and not hide it from me. Sorry, did I just jump at the screen? I didn't mean to. Still have this hair on and it's making me aggressive. Okay, let's see. So let's no, let's not worry about copying it yet. Maybe the bass is too peppy, so let's bring it down a little, like not have it be so aggressive. Like I'm gonna be a happy guy. Some of my ability to do this has changed because I've done so much on the iPad where I can hear my notes before I hunt and peck them. Hunting and pecking got a lot more severe on the other thing. Whoop, 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 lost it all. That's a little bit more along the lines of what I mean. All right, so now let's go back and copy that to that. And, that's all the same. Let's try it. We're getting somewhere, but are we going in the right direction? I don't know yet. I'm gonna still save it. And we'll just save it right here under the name is Wolves for some reason. So let's go back to those. Maybe what we want to do. Let's get. We'll make them bounce a little bit. All right. And these mutes are probably all over the place. So let's. Oh, yeah. We only gotta worry about these first 4 bars or whatever you call them. Alright, so actually we go back here and get out of the mutes. We'll move over here. And what's it go to? We'll just take 17 out. So now we should just have a loop. Suppose I could have just taken the 5 out and it would just loop on that 1. Now, I've copied something to an extent that I didn't want to do, and it makes it awkward because I like what I'm doing, but it's just kiss me and the beard and barley idly around the green grass, pink swing your yeah. So that's a very, very popular chord progression. That doesn't mean it's Kiss Me, but now it is in my head. We're going to save this, and we're going to scooch over to some other stuff and see what else is going on. Because now it's just Kiss Me. I have to come up with something else, and sometimes you step away from the pattern, you mess with something else. This wig is hot, but I'm not taking it off. Yeah. Now this is interesting because this was something I had done for I was gonna make sort of vaporwave remixes of everything on Why Are You Like This, but I got basically where I got tripped up a quarter of the way through because I lost all the files, just like I did on Hot Banana. It wasn't nearly as detrimental on Hot Banana because I wasn't that far into it, and I just had to reformat what I was doing. I was still learning, but with Why Are You Like This, I lost everything, and it sucked. And I came back to this and just used the pre-saved stuff to make a different pattern. I think this is my weird. It's my Fast and the Furious pattern. So it sounds a lot like the band Nerd, Nerd. And the plan was to make a song about how Vin Diesel is a nerd. Doesn't mean I can't still do that. The acoustic guitar is something I miss a lot. There's a lot of possibility in this beat, and my brain keeps going do a rap, and I listen to people like Megaran rap, and then I listen to people like Shubzilla rap, and I go, don't do a rap. I posted about my raps on here on Patreon. My irregardless raps. That was the name. I'm not using the word incorrectly. Got this other machine. Let's see what's on it. It's fun. Um. No. That's bad. Let's see. I really ought to use these more often. I have. I have used samples of this in the newer program, which is why this is kind of like a hearkening to should you be doing more with it? Can you make this work a little bit better? I did that Vaporwave album, and I have what amounts to a Vaporwave song, sort of 80s Vaporwave. Not really Vaporwave. They're more like just sort of 80s style what was the word people more often use for it? I've listened to so much vaporwave by accident last night when I was trying to go to sleep. This was sort of an early precursor to everything on uh, Prologue. If I ever get this iPad going again, maybe I should remake this for the full album with lyrics and everything. Oh, that's in the drums. I'm mostly just sort of going back behind myself and kind of coming up with things. And I came up with this awesome beat the other day on the iPad, and that's when I realized it wasn't charging. God, I can't believe I completely forgot about this one. Oh, is that all there is to it? No wonder. Oh. This is. I think this is one of my earlier. Is yes, this is what where basically one of my earlier songs I saved over the song to create more songs. What is that going on in there? There's just more stuff going on in here than needs to be. What is it? Like what that's in. This is. So that's in there. So what else did I get going in here? Like a weirdo. if I could put that in an actual pattern and not just have it be odd noise every once in a while, there's probably nothing wrong with using that. For now, I'm just going to run this a little further along the bottom for a bit. It's got to be something I can do with this. I just like it. Let's get in this mix. Oh. Vocal pedal. Check, check. What key is this in? Ba, ba, ba. Like I know. That's. That could be. Let's look in here. Check, check, check. Check, check. This is in C. This is actually something a little bit more than normal. Please come home. They say, please come home. They say, let's. I don't know that I should, but I feel like this. Oh, back out of that and go to drums. I feel like that these are just lame guy problems. I feel like this could be more of a kick. That's something. Now, the weird thing is, I know this sounds like something very familiar, but I'm not sure what. Hello, my name is Chelsea. What's your favorite dinner food? Not the microphone, but the music part. It sounds like something very familiar. You can think of what it sounds like, let me know, and I could possibly capitalize on it, but I probably won't. Trying something here. Oh wait, that's a spot. Going but I think I like it, and I might try to do something with it. I have a car trip coming up, and I have to yell at myself for hours at a time. It could be a good time to come up with lyrics that are actual lyrics and not just stuff like that one beatbox guy does, because that's what he does. He makes loops and he just goes. I have to go to my dad's because a guy wants to buy parts that I can't just have my dad send in the mail. I'm taking a transmission out of a car that I never thought that I would ruin, and I did it. The floor. Why am I talking to this? The floor rusted out of a car that I had, and that just meant it was time to sell all the parts, which has been good and bad. Because there's parts my dad wants, there's parts that people are paying me money for, and then there are parts that people do not want to pay me the money that I want for them, and that's annoying. As much as I like cars lately, I'm falling back into this weird thing where sometimes car trips, like halfway in, they just sort of, I don't know. It's just like it's nothing dangerous. It's definitely I'm fine, but it's just kind of like I don't know. I can't tell if it's the thing. I can't tell if it's the thing where I'm not driving the thing I want to drive, or I'm not feeling fulfilled about where I'm going, or what other possible in your brains things that I've got going on with my brains, because those are what control everything. Is your brain. Oh wow, it's like three people on here now. I kind of was like singing to nobody for a little bit there. This is too hot. I have to take off this wig. I'm sorry, everybody. I thought it was fun at first, but it's very hot. I don't know how cosplayers do it all day, or people with just long hair. The longest I've had my hair is like to where it was. I had it straight and I had it nearly to like around here on my neck, and just the thought of it touching my neck made me crazy. Feeling it against my neck was wild. Ugh. Oh, everything pops. Don't worry about it. I've had some trouble with my elbow recently where it just feels kind of like just weird weakness and pain. I've been trying to like do exercises and stretches, not nothing terrible, but just something to build strength and the area around it. Oh, the battery's going dead on this guy. Let's hit save before we lose this, because that's something I have to worry about on this machine. Didn't necessarily have to worry as much on the other one. What is this one? Monster. I think this is another thing that Monster was another thing that was originally a cover or a version of something I wanted to do, and over time it just kind of turned into not that. I wanna. Okay, so I can come back and watch this YouTube video to see what I was doing that was cool and write a song. That's weird. I always forget that that's a way I can do this. Yeah, like I I definitely don't want to say I'm like in like a dip or a down area because I don't really feel too off. It's just kind of like 1 minute it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the next it's 11 at night, and I kind of feel like I'm just kind of having a little bit trouble focusing. My family came to visit, and in one sense, it felt like they were there forever, but in another sense, it just felt like it flew right by. Probably because nobody screamed at each other, and that's a good one. Uh, I don't know which thumbs up is better. This one looks like I'm trying to punch somebody. So weird news. I wanted to preface that like I just I just changed that around in my head because I just realized that if I said that the way I was going to say it, it was going to sound very bad. I'm moving this room probably into the next room, so I won't be streaming from in here. Um, Somewhere between thinking this might be a better room for guests and the other room is already a different color. Um, I'm gonna shut this down before it dies. I don't know where the chargers for these are, but they work. Sorry, no hard feelings, Apple. Yes, several hard feelings, Apple. Apple. Um, it just might work better to stream from the other room. Shh. It is slightly quieter because it doesn't share a corner with an outside. Well, it has an outside wall, but it doesn't have. I don't know. It's more insulated from the rest of the house. It's a smaller room, so when I get some of the sound deadening stuff, it won't. I won't need as much. It's already a darker color in here. Sometimes the blue in here that you see, sometimes that interferes with the green screen, the amazing under $5 green screen. Sometimes it interferes with it, and even though I am getting another actual like chroma colored sheet, it just might work better. So I might give that. That might be something I do over the course of like a week because I got to take everything from here and move it over there, and vice versa. I realize all my clothes are in here too, so I have to figure out. I have to make sure that closet's okay sized to pull that off, but it should be fine. Like it'll just be a little bit bigger room for guests, and I think that'll be fine. Uh, same basic setup as I don't know. It's just about changing the room. So let's see if there's enough power in this one to see what. Nope. The blinking red light means nah, you can't. So what we'll do, since I want to see what's on this cartridge, I'll just shut this one down. And why did you do that? I hit the off button. That was odd. It might have already cut itself off. We're just gonna swap cartridges. And as I said earlier, I might have an opportunity to grab some more while they're decently priced on eBay, which I've been on eBay more recently because of all the rabbit parts I've been getting. Volkswagen Rabbit. I'm not Frankenstein. All right. Hey, look, it's a picture of my hat that I can't find that has my face on it. It's a hat of me wearing a hat. I don't know where it is. Cold-blooded. I don't know why I did that. This is a patch I made for a song that I cannot find in my DS's. I think I accidentally saved over it, and I'm kind of actually upset because it was really coming together. But I didn't think about it at the time because I was working on something I liked better, and also that was just before I changed to the other programming B thing. Okay. Technically, all of these are. I just like playing this one. I don't even really have a thing for it to be. Check. I can do the other thing. I can't sleep at night. I toss and turn, listening for the telephone. But when I get your call, I'm all shook up. Can't believe you called my home. And as a matter of fact, it blows my mind. You would even talk to me. Cause a girl like you, such a dream come true. A real life fantasy. No matter what your friends try to tell you, we were meant to fall in love. And we will be together in any kind of weather. It's like that. Every little step I take, you will be there. Every little move I make, we'll be together. Every little step I take, you will be there.
not necessary at all. But I did it. Actually, it's weird because this one's actually got like a little bit of pitch correction on it, so that it kind of changes things up. But that song worked on it, which is a little weird. That's not what I normally do with this. The harmony probably wouldn't work. Every little step I take. No, that doesn't quite work. Ooh, yeah.
Let's see here.
Wait.
Oh, I've bought quite a few of the DS cartridges on eBay. I have only run into eBay scams twice. Scam number one was back when I was buying car stuff a lot more than now. I was building a Firebird drift car. One morning I woke up and my eBay had sold a very expensive Porsche and had bought the same very expensive Porsche. Well, it was backwards of that. It bought an expensive Porsche, then it sold not even the same expensive Porsche, but a almost carbon copy of it in a different color and everything. Sold one, and then used that money to buy a real. Because it turned out those first two were fake. It bought a real Harley Davidson from the 1920s. Um, I immediately contacted eBay, and the eBay guy was like, "Yeah, that's all scammy stuff. Good thing you contacted us." And I was like, "Cool, cool, because that's scary. Can I have the motorcycle?" And he laughed a lot, but I didn't. I wanted it. But the other thing was I got sent. Um, well, actually, there was another one, but I won't get into that. That's about Naruto, and no one needs to hear that story. Right. I got sent just basically a box with all of the packing stuff from a shirt. All like all the packing stuff from the shirt was there, but there was no shirt. And when I contacted the seller, um, they were non-existent, and then they were gone. And I contacted eBay on that one. I never got my money back for that, but I wanted this shirt, and it was just like it was just a dumb anime shirt or something. But I never got my money back on that one. eBay didn't come through like they did when they took away my motorcycle.
I don't want to die. I just want to ride my motorcycle.
Um, Other than that, like all of the DS cartridges, I got two off of Amazon. I think I got at least two off of eBay. The other ones were face to face. One time I got one from a GameStop. Ah, no. Dang it. Those were hot. Yeah, I've had a lot better luck with eBay than some people, even though I've had like a couple of not good things happen. Let's get out of here. I'm not gonna like. I feel like creating that little bit of uh, uh, I think as it was said earlier, almost Goldfrapp thing, which is funny because I have like a love hate relationship with Goldfrapp. It's not like I couldn't do a song in that style. Oh, oh yeah. Now I see. I had something happen like that. No, the I'm lazy is the thing. Um, it is easier to do the Patreon streams from YouTube than to do them over Twitch. There's a way to do it, but Patreon doesn't have it built in. So I instead of forcing it to do something that they don't like, I just have OBS for YouTube, and I use that for Patreon, and the other for obviously the other streaming. I will be back on Twitch soon. I think if everybody's cool with it, I think I'm gonna do the Cowboy Simulator. I don't know if everybody's cool with that though. I had hoped to find a copy of Need for Speed Underground 2. Yeah, but I haven't. Well, I can probably find two. It's just that I thought, oh dang it, nothing works in here. I bet they're not savvy. They just want watchers. They want looky loos, monetary visitors. Um, what else I got? I gotta have. Hey, that's a thing that I quit work. This isn't the thing I was talking about though. It's ironic. This this here song. The emoticons look so depressing on here. Yeah, okay, so I started this as a possible instrumental. So I wanted it to have lyrics after a bit, but I couldn't come up with anything but a chorus. The ironic thing is, what I have for a chorus. Things are working out, things are turning out so good. They're not though. Things are working out, things are turning out so good. That's what I wanted to do, but I couldn't have come up with lyrics. I think I finished it? Maybe? Yeah, I think the idea was to make it loop. Everything's turning up Millhouse. It feels like a Millhouse kind of situation because I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a very positive and fun song. Things are turning out so good. Everything was coming together really well, and then no lyrics. That might be the that might be the place to take it, where it's just like it's just about how like things aren't going well, but then they turn out for the best, or they turn out okay-ish. I suppose my engine situation is a good example of that because I've been looking around so much for stuff for the car that I stumbled upon an engine and was like, poop paw. And I was like, oh, it could be good, but meh. And then, boom, the engine in the car went bupkis. Um, so there's a couple of things I need to get for that. And I may have to destroy some things, which a couple of car guys have already been like, don't do it. Please don't do it. We need you to not do the thing. There's a mount for the engine The gasoline one and the diesel one are different. I had the diesel engine, so I have the diesel mount, but the engine that I got didn't come with the gasoline one because it's from a later car. So I can take the diesel one and cut, grind, boom, it's ready to go. I had two people go, no, don't, you can't destroy the part, you can't do it, you have to not. And I went, all right, I won't do it. Help me find the part I need. And all of them were like, yes, we will. We'll help you. And I looked around on some sellers on eBay, and I looked around on a couple of junkyard sites. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't gone to a local pick and pull and try to find one. But something that I don't stress enough about this car is that it's a budget build. I don't want to overbuy things on it, and I'm trying to get as many things used or just sort of second hand as I can. I think I have very few things that I've bought new, but all of those are consumable parts. Like you wouldn't buy used if you can get away with it. And then the stuff to rebuild certain things I got from sellers that are sort of rebuilder sellers that help you. There were things that needed actual attention. Uh, hey, I'm really interested in the EV scene. It's just budget. That's you're dead on that one. Um, of course, I could just turn this Patreon to full into give me the money for the batteries. There is a section of the car that can be repurposed into a flat enough area for not a full Tesla battery, but at least 3/4 because you could actually stack them, and with a little bit of strengthening and some stiffer springs or stronger springs, it wouldn't be a big deal. You should send me more about the scooter. There's a friend of mine that built a bike actually, just a bicycle, and his is actually not half bad. Well, a stand-up scooter is still it's still something. I haven't gotten much further with any of the electrical stuff I was working with in the past. I have two Beetles, and there's full-on kits for those. If you just got $4,000 to drop into it, oh, that's before you have to buy batteries and everything too. So yeah, I think without even doing a show of hands, I think that thing I did earlier and this are probably the most valuable things to work with because I kind of keep forgetting that I have them. That Millhouse thing might not be a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. I'd have to give you a writing credit, I guess. I can run with that though. It sounds more fun than Oakley Dokley. Oakley Dokilly. Oakley Dokilly. Um, I don't know. I feel like they I don't know. It's just weird. Uh, let's see. Where was I when the lights went out? The lights didn't go out. It's very bright in here because this room is. That's the other thing. This room gets warm because it's on the side of the house where the sun goes to midday. About midday, there's sun on this thing from about. Well, really, there's sun on this room from almost direct sun from about 10 in the morning all the way out. So it gets a little warm in here. The other room is darker and it's smaller. It might be a little. Also, the window is not in direct sun. It could be cooler in that room. We can move everything over there. We'll see how it works. Um, Actually, it would be easier to build that stupid desk I'm thinking about. That's other stuff that we'll talk about later. I'll work on these songs and show you guys what I come up with. We might have a couple of other cooler things coming up. And let me know if you guys would be interested in watching a live stream maybe a couple of times of me just dropping the engine into place. I don't necessarily like the idea of live streaming some of the car stuff. Like if I'd live streamed that whole ordeal with the radiator, that wouldn't have been very fun. But some of the stuff that's just sort of a simpler, easy, here it is. I might do that if you guys on the Patreon are interested in it, and I don't know. We'll mull that over. Also, somewhat soon, I gotta go back. I gotta get back on the thing where I was gonna perform. Oh, I cut that off. I was still like holding it. I was just gonna do some performances from the room here, and I haven't been on that. So maybe sometime soon, maybe this coming weekend or something. Anybody that's not running to see Avengers immediately can watch me do this singing. And I don't know. That seems like a pretty good place to leave it for now. I'm gonna grab some food and do some straightening up. I have a curtain to hang and some other little stuff to do. But it's been fun, and I had a good time. I hope you guys did too. Um, in the future, there will be good tidings for you and yours. I know it. I absolutely do. But take care of yourselves. Talk to you soon, and don't forget my catchphrase.